Hey there, pirates. Welcome aboard the Anime No Mi channel. Guys, I think that after Elbaf, Luffy will reach a level of strength that might redefine what it means to be an emperor. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Ever since he awakened Gear 5 in chapter 1044, it became clear that the true nature of his devil fruit was not the Gomu Gomu no Mi, but the Hito Hito no Mi, model Nika. This already placed Luffy in a position that few have ever reached, but I believe that after Elbaf, he might take it even further. The very fact that he managed to defeat Kaido in chapter 1049 already indicated that his fruit's awakening was something that could challenge any logic within the One Piece world. But what if that was only the beginning? Perhaps Elbaf is where Luffy discovers the true potential of his ability. He has already shown that he can alter the environment around him, turn even lightning into rubber, and fight with a freedom that feels straight out of a cartoon. But I think there's one last step left. During his battle against Kaido, he still relied heavily on his own physical endurance and was not completely invulnerable. Kaido was still able to knock Luffy out multiple times, even after his awakening. So, could there be something beyond Gear 5? Elbaf might be the place where Luffy learns to fully control his fruit without the remaining limitations. In chapter 1079, it was revealed that Shanks has such an advanced level of observation Haki that he can predict events far ahead of time. What if he is the key to teaching Luffy a level of Haki that allows him to fight without exhausting himself so quickly? The battle between Shanks and Kid in the same chapter showed that Haki, when taken to the extreme, can surpass even an awakened devil fruit. Roger himself had no powers other than Haki, yet he still dominated the seas. So maybe Luffy needs to follow the same path to truly become the man who will surpass Joy Boy. Another important detail is that Elbaf has a strong connection to ancient history. In chapter 395, it was revealed that the Giants are one of the few races that respect and protect knowledge about the Void Century. I think that upon arriving there, Luffy might learn more about his own fruit, maybe even something that explains why Imu fears Nika so much. There's a pattern in One Piece where every major island teaches Luffy something new. So Elbaf could be where he finally understands what it truly means to carry the name of Joy Boy. But what if this new understanding leads to something even bigger? Maybe Luffy won't just get stronger, he might receive a new title. After Elbaf, he could be recognized as something beyond an emperor. In chapter 1058, Buggy was mistakenly called an emperor, showing that titles in One Piece don't always reflect someone's strength, but rather their influence on the world. If Luffy manages to unite the Giants under his banner, he might be seen as something beyond a Yonko. After all, he has been called the 5th Emperor since chapter 903. After defeating Kaido and possibly conquering Elbaf, he could be recognized as an even greater threat than any Yonko before him. And what if the very concept of an emperor changes? In chapter 1059, it was shown that the Marines are trying to restructure the world's balance after the fall of Kaido and Big Mom. The government is becoming more aggressive, sending forces even against characters who once seemed untouchable. I think this could lead to a new power shift, where Luffy might take on a role that no one has ever held before. If he is recognized as the true successor of Joy Boy, people might see him as something greater than just an emperor of the seas. Furthermore, there is an unexplored detail about the relationship between the D-Clan and Elbaf. In chapter 966, when Roger arrived at Laugh Tale, he laughed upon learning the truth about the world. If the Giants possess knowledge about what really happened in the past, Luffy might finally understand the meaning of the D in his name. And what if that makes him even more special? Whitebeard said in chapter 576 that when someone with the name D reappeared, the world would be turned upside down? Maybe that person isn't just Joy Boy, but someone who will surpass even that title. And what if Luffy becomes a symbol that transcends everything we know? The fact that his devil fruit was hidden by the government suggests that they fear more than just his strength. Perhaps it's his potential to inspire people that truly terrifies them. In chapter 1010, Zoro demonstrated the ability to use Haoshoku Haki in combat, something only the world's strongest can achieve. If Luffy learns to use it at its highest level, combining it with the power of his fruit, he could become invincible. I think this is the natural path for him after Elbaf. What if Luffy no longer needs to rely so much on his devil fruit? Chapter 1047 showed that Roger ruled the seas without any powers beyond Haki. If Luffy develops a level of Haki as advanced as Shanks, he might reach a stage where his fruit is just a complement. That would make him the most complete fighter to ever exist, combining the best of both worlds. And what if that's necessary to defeat those still standing in his way? After all, there are still characters like Blackbeard and Emu who might possess powers Luffy has never faced before. Maybe Elbaf will be where Luffy finally puts all the missing pieces together. He has already shown that his strength grows absurdly with each major battle. and the next island always adds something new to his arsenal. I believe that when he leaves Elbaf, he will be at a level that makes even the former emperors seem small. Perhaps the true title he receives after this saga will be something no one expects, something that places him above any other pirate in history. If Luffy truly awakens the full potential of his devil fruit, understands his role as Joy Boy, masters an advanced form of Haki, and earns the respect of Elbaf, then maybe he will become more than an emperor. Maybe he will become a living legend, something that has never existed before. I think that when he leaves Elbaf, the entire world will understand that a new era has begun. After Elbaf, Luffy may not only be recognized as one of the greatest pirates in history, but also as someone who redefined the meaning of leadership. By fully mastering his fruit and his Haki, he could even inspire a new generation of pirates to follow his example. This could mean that he would no longer be just the leader of a crew or a Yonko, but rather the founder of a new order in the world of One Piece. The very concept of piracy could change, with Luffy assuming a position of power that goes beyond territorial disputes and influence, something that unites people and seeks true freedom. Furthermore, Luffy's role as Joy Boy's successor could take on an even deeper dimension. It would not just be a title, but a mission to rebuild the world after the scars left by the former emperors and the world government. If he manages to unite Elbaf and other nations under his banner, he might become a symbol of resistance not only against the world government, but against any form of oppression. This would shift the balance of power in the world, making Luffy a central figure in a new era of freedom and change. Luffy's connection to the D is also a crucial point. If he truly uncovers more about what the D represents and what his name means in relation to the past, this could give him an even greater understanding of his role in the world. He would not just be Joy Boy's successor, but possibly someone destined to fulfill an even greater mission, one that might involve not only the downfall of the world government, but also the revelation of the entire truth behind the Void Century. This knowledge could be the final push that turns Luffy into a legend, someone who forever changes the course of history. Luffy has already shown that he can overcome immense obstacles and turn enemies into allies. He has the power to make the impossible possible, and his vision of freedom and justice could inspire a global revolution. When he leaves Elbaf, he may become more than just a name in the pirate world. He will be the symbol of a new era where true freedom prevails. And perhaps, in the end, Luffy's greatest achievement won't just be the defeat of his remaining enemies, but the creation of a new world where everyone's dreams can be pursued without fear of repression or oppression. From that point on, Luffy's influence over the world could be so profound that he would no longer be just a figure to be feared, but a true inspiration for all who seek freedom. His journey could create a new movement, with various groups joining him, not out of fear or power, but out of genuine belief in his ideals. In many ways, Luffy would become the symbol of a new system of governance, where strength is no longer used to dominate, but to protect and promote freedom. This would represent a complete break from the traditional pirate system and the tyranny of the world government. It is possible that as his influence grows and his ability to unite different nations and people expands, Luffy will be seen as something beyond a mere pirate or military leader. He could become a kind of uncrowned king, a leader who, instead of ruling autocratically, leads with his heart, guiding everyone toward a future where the chains of oppression and control are finally broken. The concept of power would no longer be about physical or political dominance, but something that reflects the true unity of people. Regarding his role as a D, this part of the story may reveal a destiny far grander than anyone could anticipate. The D might be the key to uncovering the real reason why Luffy was born to be such a revolutionary figure. The connection between the D and the Void Century is still shrouded in mystery, and it is possible that Luffy is the one destined to understand and finally bring to light the hidden truths of the past. The lineage of the D may have been created to be a force of change, to correct the mistakes of a corrupt system, and to bring balance to the world. When Luffy finally understands the meaning behind the D and his connection to Joy Boy, he may be the only one capable of restoring true order. This power of change, of inspiring not just those closest to him, but all of humanity, would be the greatest legacy Luffy could leave behind. He would not only destroy the oppressive system, but create a new world where people are no longer forced to live under fear and manipulation. This would be Luffy's impact as the true successor of Joy Boy, not just someone who conquered the seas, but someone who conquered the minds and hearts of everyone around him. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.